to today's webinar. We are on Deep Dive, and today is a beautiful December 5th, Thursday evening, depending on which part of the world you're in. We are honored and blessed to have you with us. As we start this webinar, this is one of a couple of weeks in December for 2024, and come 2025, it will be another unique year. Let us be grateful. And as we start this webinar with our signature tune, In It to Win It, by Sister Lerato Shadare, which Dr. Derek is going to play with special effects with the nonverbal communication. So please pay attention to that as the song plays. Thank you very much, Dr. Derek, and over to you.
Your next stop is on Passive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Derek. That was awesome. In It to Win It by Lerato Shadare. And the product that was in display is All Connect, what we're using to connect with each other. And we have used it to connect with each other. That was awesome. Thank you. Now we're moving to the mindset. We are here because something kept us going. And that something is the mindset. And now it could be a variety of things. It could be any topic and whatever we choose to talk about that will keep us where we want to be. And we have a lot of our global ambassadors who help us in that aspect of our webinars, this and its sister forums. And one of those sisters who is going to talk to us today is Queen Jacqueline Warner. Queen JW will talk to us a series of several that she's been doing, how to never get sick again. And we know who she is. She is one of us. She's an inspirational speaker. She's an entrepreneur. She's a talk show host. And she's a mom and a grandmom. Sometimes we see her with some of the grandkids who are affiliates already or global ambassadors just chatting with us. So without further ado, please let's call on our Queen Sister JW as she shares with us the topic for the day and puts us at ease. Ooh, you look gorgeous, pretty. Over to you.
Thank you. Good evening, or greetings to all. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie. Appreciate you, the host with the most, like always. And thank you to Dr. Derek for allowing us to speak on this amazing deep dive platform. And thank you to all the other leaders, like Queen Dr. Benny, First Lady of on Passive, okay? And to all the brand ambassadors known as affiliates. Amazing. What a beautiful journey. And we got to give thanks to Mr. Ash Mafara, of course, for allowing us to be part of his journey, his mission, his dream, his goal. He's such an amazing leader, a man of integrity, a man with a big heart. You know, we're so grateful for him sharing his world with us. And not only that, our Papa, our Heavenly Father, who makes it all possible, because without him, none of us will be here. So we got to be extra grateful to him for giving us life and life abundantly, and the air like that we breathe, like Queen Dr. Benny always say, you know, we don't have to pay for it. But imagine, some people do pay for it in the hospital when they lay on their sick bed. But to God be the glory in it all. Yes, tonight we're going to still on that topic, because, and it's coming to an end. So we had learned a lot throughout the series about how not to never get sick and how we do get sick. So we're moving right along. And but the subtitle is Ways in Reducing Stress in Our Daily Lives. And stress is we know stress as a silent killer. It's just like hypertension. You know, it gets bottled up within our immune system, and sometimes we don't even know it's there. And it's just reaping havoc along the way until we get sick, the body immune system break down, and then we, like a fish out of the ocean, don't know which way, what happened, what's going on. So, like I said, we all know that stress is a silent killer, but the mind is even more powerful. Okay, when we use the tools that can combat stress, and we can turn things around. That's one thing I do know, that we can turn things around, and with God we definitely can, because He say with Him we can do all things. All things are possible with Him. So let me recap a little, recap the ways we covered in reducing stress. We must listen to some de-stressing CDs, do some alpha biotics, laugh more, smile, get and give hugs, speak powerful words. Dr. T hit on that on Tuesday. Speaking powerful words, nothing negative, always positive, no matter what, no matter how ugly, no matter how hard, no matter how bad. We still keep going because imagine if our Heavenly Father said, enough of this. I'm tired of these um, disobedient. Just end it right here, finish. But He doesn't do that. He keep on. He keep on looking out for us. He keep on blessing us no matter what. We got to remember that God loves us. He doesn't love sin. So there's a difference. And we're not in the same realm as sin. Anyway, don't use your cell phone and drive at the same time. Get your 8 hours of sleep as best as you can. Rest from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. And go to bed around 10 p.m. and rise at 6 a.m. And that's true because when you go to bed, sometimes it doesn't matter what time. If your body, gets into that habit, it will automatically wake up, unless you just overdid yourself, and then the body knows when to get more rest as needed. And also, don't forget that 15-minute break when you get home from work. Don't rush right into it. You're just going to feel overwhelmed. You're not going to feel good. It's not going to be a good feeling. So it's good to take that 15 minutes to relax, listen to some music, stretch your legs out, and just relax. And don't read negative news. I have seen so much negative news, I don't even know what is true and what's not true anymore. So you got to be so careful because it could make your system acidic. Bad news can make your system acidic because you take it on. What's going on? Did that really happen? Oh my gosh. And you go into this whole another world thinking that something done went wrong and nothing didn't even ever happened. And it's not that way. So be careful. Don't get caught up. So tonight I'm going to go into the next 10. And then I think next week we'll finish it up. But the first one is have sex. Oh my gosh, we never know how important sex is. You know, it is so important because a lot goes on there. A whole lot. There's touching, there's caressing, there's so much. The body goes into a whole different realm. So having sex is good. That don't mean go out there and have sex with any and everybody now. Doesn't mean that, but it means with your significant other, make sure that you get that closeness going on. It is good for our health. It promotes our health. Okay. Number 16, commit reckless acts of kindness. And Dr. T talked about that last Tuesday also. I remember one time with my other business, we were told to go out and just do some craziness, reckless things of kindness. And the lady was at the register, and I said, "Would you what kind of chocolate do you like?" And she told me, and I purchased the chocolate and gave it to her. And let me tell you, smiles was shared there. You know what I mean? It was comforting. It felt it good. I left the supermarket feeling great. And I know she felt it great too because she was like, wow. They will say, well, people still exist like that? Because the world is so ugly. So when we commit reckless acts of kindness, we really help the next person, even if it's just giving someone a hug or helping them to the groceries, helping them with their groceries, or you see an elderly along the road and you say, would you like me to drop you? All those is simple things. It doesn't even cost a lot. It doesn't cost nothing at all, you know? So reckless acts of kindness is awesome. For some of us, this is a natural, but for some of us, it might be difficult. Just think of our CEO, Mr. Ash Mafari. He shared his vision and dream with all of us globally. You know, he don't discriminate. He doesn't say it's for some and it's not for others. He opened his heart to each and every one of us, good and bad, just like Jesus, just like God. It's good and bad exist in the world. So the acts of showing kindness stimulates the body immune system, which gives us a greater sense of peace and joy. So let's make it a habit in being kind to everyone we meet. And remember, what goes around comes around. My father always say, be careful how you treat people. Because in those days when you need someone will show up. But if you treat people ugly and mean and always have a nasty attitude and a don't care attitude, when they see you, they're gonna be that person is mean. I don't want nothing to do with that person. I ain't giving him no ride. Bye. So we got to be so careful how we treat people, because what goes around definitely comes around, believe it or not. And the next one is listen to good music. I remember in the morning when I wake up and people are off to going to work, and I hear boom, 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 boom. I'm like, did these people pray this morning? You want to know what kind of mindset they has to be listening. And I'm thinking they're damaging their eardrums, and they don't know it, that when they get older, they can barely hear. They need the hearing aid and all these other things that they can add to make their life more difficult. And so listening, it has been shown to kill, some music has been shown to kill plants. And in humans, it can dramatically suppress the immune system and cause the body to become acidic. So the Barquet classical music was recommended by Mr. Kevin because he said it helps in promoting the health and vitality in plants and in humans. There are CDs available with music designed to promote health, to reverse the aging process, and drastically reduces stress. So when you take a break or a walk, turn on some instrumental music and de-stress yourself. Number 18, get out of debt. Oh my gosh, debt, let me tell you, I think that's the biggest stresses of all. Because I don't think anything stressed me more than debt. And I can relate because I remember when I was overwhelmed, I didn't know any better. I had all these store credit cards and oh my gosh. And when one was going down, I would open another one to save myself. And I know some of us have done that just to, for survival. Some of us use it to survive. Dropping one end, let's get another one. And I was so overwhelmed. At one time, I even thought of bankruptcy. But thank you, Lord, He made a way that I never had to go there. Because then who will help me? When you go bankruptcy, you have no way of getting anything. So I know for sure that debt or financial pressure can cause massive increase of stress, which leads to disease. Simple as that. When we're stressed out about our finances, we're just making ourselves sick. So why? Because you will unconsciously worry until you find a solution for it. And that's the truth. I can tell you from my own experience, that's why there are organizations that can assist you in managing, reducing, and eliminating your debt. I can tell you from my own experience of being debt free, it felt like 200 pounds of weight was lifted off my entire body, and I was set free from bondage. Let me tell you, it felt so good. As soon as I got some money in my hand, that was the first thing I wanted to do. I mean, I didn't get involved with the organization and those credit people, but when I got money in my hand, I said the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pay off these debts because it was on my mind. Don't talk about student loan. Oh, that was a weight. I was thinking when I retire, how am I going to pay for these student loans and all this? It was in the back of my head, just beating me like a drum. And then finally, so they say, they paid in full. But you never know with them, huh? But to God be the glory, if it's so be true. Okay? So once you become free of worry, you then will become healthy and stress free. So if you have debt issues, try to manage them and take care of them so they don't stress you out and cause you to get sick, because you will leave and the debt will die. When you die, the debt dies too. They will try to tell you your children, they tried all kind of tactics with me. Well, your kids will have. I said, well, my kids never signed any paper, so I'm not sure where you're coming from that. But they can manipulate you if you allow them. And be careful, because a dead debt, they can open it and revive it and make it manifest by just you agreeing to something. So be very careful when it comes to dealing with your debts. Next thing, drive less. And I know this is going to be impossible, for some, because driving is very stressful by itself. And that's why it said don't drive and use your cell phone at the same time. And sometimes you don't even know where the stress is coming from. And so these are the things that cause stress. Okay. So the less you drive, the less stressful you will become or be. I know it will be difficult according to the state of residency, but when you don't have to, don't. Also, try listening to some nice music when driving to reduce the stress. Because I know some of us, I was in Texas, and Lord have mercy, that's the worst place when it comes to driving. These highways is one highway from another highway. It's like it's never ending. I wouldn't want to drive there, to tell you the truth, if I didn't have to. you know Places like Europe and so forth, people doesn't drive a lot. They ride their bicycles and moped and a lot of walking. New York City is the number one for walking. I was there, and let me tell you, I walked so much and it was so refreshing, I didn't even think of it. Sometimes I had to say, oh my God, I got this far, I think it's time for me to turn back. So if you could get your walking in, it's very important to your immune system, to your health, to your cells, to your very well-being. Also, be thankful. Dr. T talked about that on Tuesday. Dr. John talked about it on Sunday. So you see, being thankful is very important. And I know a lot of us are thankful, because when we wake up, especially if we believe in our Heavenly Father, we got to thank Him every day we wake up, because He didn't have to. A lot of people go to sleep and they don't get up. Some people went to sleep and didn't even know that they weren't going to get up. And we're not going to know unless we're sick and we know that we're dying, and that's different. But a lot of people go to bed and they don't wake up. And so that's why we got to be so thankful. You just think of where you are today from yesterday, and see if there is anything you should be thankful for. I know I just got to be thankful for where I'm at, what I have, being around my grandchildren, being able to be with my sister. I went on a cruise. I'm thankful for 2024. I did a lot. I did things in my home. I am so thankful for, with little you can do so much. You don't have to have a lot to do a lot. A little can do a lot. And so we got to be so thankful to our Heavenly Father, because He makes it all possible. It's not man, it's not the government, it's not your job, even though your job, give you the finances to help you with some of the life bills that we have to do anyway. But otherwise than that, God makes everything possible. He stretches our paycheck. He doesn't let us stress ourselves out, because we know we can lean on Him. So let us be thankful. Our thoughts are things, and our thoughts are powerful. We have so much to be thankful for. So let's make sure we are thankful and content for what we have and where we are going. And 21, get an inversion table. I know they probably say, inversion table, what is JW talking about? An inversion table tend to be a very, it's pricey a little, but it will help if we are unable to stand upside down. I remember as a kid, I always will flip and lean my feet up against the wall and so forth. But as I get older, I'm always thinking of it, I want to do it. I want to do it, but I don't do it. But I want to so bad, you know? So inversion machine table will help, because what it does, the inversion table help in tilting the body into an inverted position or by hanging completely upside down like a monkey. Maybe that's why they're so smart, all the blood and the oxygen that flow when we upside down to our brain. This process is believed to compress the spine, relieve back pain, and increase the blood and oxygen to the brain. And it also slow down the aging process. So you see, that machine or that table, inversion table, can do wonders to the body as a whole. And number 22, use foot orthotics. Orthotics. It's actually foot orthotics are a shoe insert that can be used in promoting general health and can eliminate foot, joint, and back pain. Now, the customized insert that are prescribed by a podiatrist tend to address the problem that is at hand. Even though you can buy some over the counter, like when you're having, some people suffer from heel spurs. So you can put that cushion to combat the pressure that you put on it from the ground. So it helps. Those insert helps not only with foot issues, a lot of foot disorders, bunions and your posture, all those things, those inserts do. I remember my kids at when you take them to the foot doctor, they will put little insoles into their feet because there was flat-footed, people flat-footed or high arch. Inserts helps a whole lot. So and some insurance do cover it, Medicare do cover them. It's best to get it customized or prescribed by a podiatrist, because then it's going to address the issue that you're suffering instead of buying one from over the counter. The over the counter is for minor issues. Also, you can number 23, get a range of motion machine. Now, this machine is very expensive, but it's very beneficial to those of us who does not have the time to exercise.
Tell me what the hell's going on.
For instance, in just 4 minutes, you can actually complete a 30-minute workout of aerobics, 45 minutes of stretching, and 45 minutes of strength training. So this range of motion machine will save time while getting our exercise in for the day. And number 24, being lighthearted. Lighthearted. We wonder why lighthearted. Sometimes we tend to be demanding or hyper. Some people are very hyper, very, very offensive. So they tend to have a very hyper spirit. They always ready. They like on the football field, always ready to knock you down. But just think about those people that live in the blue zones around the world that live into their hundreds. Why they live into their hundreds? The research was conducted on these centenarians, and the research showed that they took life very lightly.
Morning, Chief. Morning.
They didn't go around holding on to grudges and all kind of different things that can mess
Well,
your
that's so
whole
silly.
system up,
It is. And I
stress
said
you
yes
out.
because
They
I'm
are
comfortable with the
stress-free
guy, but
because they take
I need
things
my
lightly.
space.
They keep things
Well,
simple,
wow, you're
you
really
know?
going soft on Dwayne Flynn.
So we should
Well,
not
did
be
use the
like a
word poison.
firecracker
He's talking about him
ready
the
to
other day.
explode, but
How does
be
that help me tell
of a
Dwayne I'm not
mind
into
spirit
cohabitation right now?
or a calm
I have
spirit.
to say something before it gets to the point of no
Not
return.
saying that we can't get
Yeah.
angry at times, but at the same time, we could
Acting up
practice
this shift,
those
huh?
deep breathing
Yeah,
techniques
Sunrise
that
got some
Dr.
fire
Chief talk
inspection
about
boondoggle in
to
Michigan. You know,
calm
I always
ourselves
wanted to go to
down
Michigan.
and
You know,
get
it's like
back
an hour
in
to the
the
border,
right
right?
frame of
Why would I
mind.
want to go to the border?
So these are just ways that we can
What the hell is this?
de-stress ourselves in all areas. You
Why don't you
know,
guys put this in my locker? Is this some kind of a prank?
exercising,
What is
being
it? Looks
lightheaded,
like a bullet.
lighthearted, using
Actually,
people who have foot
it's
problems. So it can
hey,
help in all
maybe
kind of
one of the
ways.
weirdos from the first shift use your locker.
So it might not be for you per se,
Yeah, well,
but it could be for
whatever it was,
someone in a
they
friend
stay
or
the
a
hell out of
family
it
that
from
you
now
could
on.
pass the information on
It's not
to.
storing stuff.
So I'm just grateful to be able to pass this information and to learn it for myself and pass
Why
it
are you
on
so
to my
negative?
family and friends. So
Honestly,
I thank you
I
for your
couldn't
listening
remember
ear.
when I
This is
last got back on the
JW.
grill. Figured it was
Thanks
time.
again, Queen
It's
Debbie.
funny the things you miss
Back to
sometimes when
you.
you move up the ladder. Hey, Lord. You guys seem pretty chill.
Queen
Considering the
JW,
officers' tests are tomorrow.
anyone
And I'm
who
trying to
missed
forget
your
about it.
opening
Thank you very much.
means
I
a
have
lot.
achieved a state of Zen-like
You're
calm.
killing it. This
Oof.
time, I'm
Yeah.
not going to say you nailed it. You are killing it.
What are these?
Thank you so much. So
You're
for
welcome.
all the points that you shared today,
I did not know that.
starting with
Because they're all man-mixed, and I'm pretty sure that they
sex,
were discontinued
kindness,
years ago.
music, paying
Some
off your
smells
debts,
good.
driving
Can't forget the
less,
eating scrambling works.
be thankful, inversion, food and light.
Food orthotics.
Oh yes, food orthotics.
Yeah, they're
And
just
all of those
inserts.
things that you mentioned, these are things. Are we supposed to do this on a daily basis or occasionally?
I think you being thankful is an everyday thing. The once you have any of those machines or tables in your house, if you like, it's for people who are able, their schedule is so busy that they don't really have time to go and get exercise. If you have it in your home, you can easily do it, and it takes less than 5 minutes, 10 minutes to do it, and you already conquer your exercise that would have took you an hour and probably 30 minutes. So you have that time to do something. You can spend it with your family and friends. Listen to good music. Why not listen to good music every day? Why not? It's here. I don't hear people. I remember when I was younger and I'll be cleaning my house, I have the stereo blasting while I'm cleaning my home. Today I don't hear that too much. It's a lot of things look like it's dying, but we can revive ourselves and we can revive those things that are good. It's a lot of good that's missing, and too much evil is around. So yes, if you can do them every day, why not? It's good for our health or our well-being.
Thank you so much. Getting rid of stress is something, based on what I just heard you share, is something we should do on a regular basis. And there are several factors that contribute to that. And
Yes,
we practice it. It's going to help us be stress-free and live longer to see the next generation and the generation after that. Awesome.
yes.
Thank you, Queen JW.
Thank you.
I'm going to say this is the opportunity for everyone who listened to Queen JW's awesome, outstanding, amazing, and she just got to the point that she wanted to do today. Impeccable. This is the right time to raise your hand and ask her any question or comment on her presentation, please. And I see Queen Violet's hand is up, and after Queen Violet, Dr. Benny, it will be you. Over to you, Queen Violet. Good evening and welcome. How is Canada treating you today with your minuses in the weather?
We had a lot of snow this morning. It was an interesting drive. I just got a new car. Okay, not new, like new for me.
Yes.
And I kept sliding through intersections.
So listen to Queen JW. Don't drive if you don't have to.
Well, I had to. I had to do some blood
Okay.
work today. Yes, about the inversion table. When you get it and you do it the first time, don't do it by yourself, because you probably will not have the muscle strength, core muscle strength, to lift yourself back up, and you leave yourself hanging. And I mean, it is weird. I used to go to somebody's house, and her husband used to go downstairs with me and invert. And then he says, "Are you ready?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm starting to hear the blood in my ears. So yeah, I think I should go up." And then there's no way I would have got up on my own. He had to push me up, like take my feet and really push down on them so that I would come up. And there was something else, but I forget. Oh well. Have a great evening. That was a good session. There's a lot on YouTube where there are how should I say this? 10-minute exercise things where they do like a certain part of your body, like they'll do just your legs, and for 10 minutes, and you watch them. Well, not watch them. You work with them so that
You cannot lift up the cup. When you said
you're
you
out of
teach
breath
us
by
liar's
the end of
dice, it sounded fun.
your session.
This
They're
is
out of breath. And then another day you can do upper body or whatever. And also, most phones have an app on them that will count your steps when you're walking. If you keep your phone on yourself all the time, at the end of the night, check out how many steps you took.
his name's Fridge. The dog is
And
Fridge, the
you'd
victim
be
is Bill.
surprised.
Yes, the victim was taken into
Like,
surgery
I
right
don't
away,
know,
so there wasn't time to find a contact to take
I
the
haven't
dog.
done
So the medics
10,000
handed
yet.
him off to us at Med.
That's,
Hopefully the owner will
I
pull through,
still have
but
to
his
get my
injuries
ass
are pretty
together
serious.
and do
So in
that.
the meantime, until we get an
Anyway,
update, I
have a
was
great
hoping that
evening.
we could keep the
God
dog
bless you.
here.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't see
Fine.
you before then.
For now, I'll be back.
Yeah, God bless you. The other guy can bless too, but you don't want him to.
Thank you, Queen Violet. We bless you too. Everyone on this webinar or on this forum, bless you.
Why don't you call me back?
And we give it back to you.
I don't know if you're still here or
your
your
son,
sister.
and your loved ones.
I didn't
Happy
sleep all
holidays.
as soon as I got home,
Whatever you
I
wish
crashed.
yourself,
You
we
always
wish you
check
the
your
same.
phone. You didn't call me back
Over
because
to you,
you
Queen
wanted to
JW,
scare me.
wanted to say something, and
You
after
weren't the one
that,
who
I
scared
will
the hell
call
out of me.
on
Sending me away in the
Queen
middle of the
Becky.
night was protecting you.
No, I
I
just
don't
want to
like
say
being
thank
without
you,
you.
Queen Violet, and best wishes to you also.
Thank you, Queen JW. Over to you, Dr. Smiley.
Hello. Season's greetings to my queens and kings around the globe. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie McCormick, for giving me this opportunity. I am honored to say a word or to voice out my own opinion after our great mindset.
Sir, you couldn't keep my hands off you.
Yeah, I call you
Hope you
doctor.
don't get in trouble with the boss when you get
The
back.
things that you said, and by you doing your research, I do respect you, Queen
You
JW. Thank you
are
so much.
irresistible.
I would say astonishing mindset.
It's my
But
gun down under
before
the
I
bed.
proceed, I want to, like I said, season's
I keep it in
greeting.
the closet.
And I want
Always.
to thank our
I
Heavenly
left it before
Father
I went to sleep.
that
It's really
you
shaken
and
up after
I,
the last few
we are
days, so I just
alive.
wanted to feel safe. You don't know my
Now
gun.
we are alive.
You don't shoot.
Queen JW, have
Took
you
care of that situation. There's
realized
no
or
reason to be
noticed
worried
that
anymore.
before the
I
ending of
told
the
you
year,
that.
people start dying? I mean, why can't they wait? Why do they wait until sorry, December, November, December? They start dying.
Call you later.
I'm,
Get you up this time.
I'm sorry. Anyway, my cousin died, and I did not know she was my cousin. So for the first time, they say we should somebody should say something. And when I stood up, the first time tears came out from my eyes. If I cry when someone died, it means that
I just had
I love
a
that person.
12-minute phone call with
But I
Dwayne where
don't.
I
I've
should
never
not
seen
tell
her.
him that I don't want to move in together.
But
Living together is
her
hard. Man.
mother,
Shouldn't
her
have to live
daddy
unless
was
you're
not
feeling it
too
100%.
pleased
You want to call him for
that
me?
she left the
I'm
war.
not the guy you want managing the relationship. Trust
But
me.
that's why I said I want to thank our Heavenly
So
Father
Tuesday
for
would
bringing
not
all
go
of
for
us
being leash, and
this
then she'd
evening.
wander off and get into so
You and
much
I,
stuff
we
I
did not
eventually
know
had to stop bringing her
that,
to the
hey,
fire.
when you go to bed, you don't know.
He's
Just
still
like
pulling.
Queen JW said,
I'm not taking the show
you
off,
don't
that's for sure.
know whether you're going to wake up.
It's nice to have a dog in the house
When I
again.
go to bed, I just say, well, Father, I don't know,
We're fine.
but
Okay,
you
so I
are
have
in
the whole
charge.
plan laid out because it is a tangled web.
So
It's
people
pretty
do not
simple, actually.
understand the
Tomorrow I take the
importance of
lieutenant
our
exam
Heavenly
and
Father.
takes the captain exam.
You and I,
If I
we
were to
don't
host
see
the
him.
captain rank for a hopefully limited
It's
time,
virtual,
I think
right?
I might be having
But
a
he
heart attack. This
knows
is great. Carmen will then go on to take the chief
your
exam.
importance,
When he passes
and
that,
he loves
he moves into the
everybody.
office and sits in
I might say,
Vegas.
oh, I
Then
don't
you
like
take
Brother
over for
Carlton.
Kevin. What about
Hey,
Pascal?
Brother Carlton,
Is he really
but
just
God
gonna
loves you more than
hand
me.
over that desk?
I can say I love you
Directly
as my brother,
discussed it with Pascal.
but there's someone that
Well,
loves you
what's her
more
name?
than
You
me.
keep saying when we
So
pass
I
the
want to
snap,
thank God for it.
when is
Seriously.
if we
Um,
pass.
Well,
I
I'm
would
just
say
impressed with all the
enter
hoops you
into
guys
His
jump into
presence
each
with
day at
thanksgiving
51
and
and
praise.
how much you're relying on
Recognize
each other
God's
to get it done.
hand
Yeah,
in
it's
your
actually kind of sweet.
circumstances.
Sweet.
Present your request
Do
to
you see what's
God
happening to
with
her?
what? With
She
thanksgiving.
used to be the
Devote
cynical.
yourself
Now
to
the
pray
dynamics are going to get all
with
messed
an
up.
attitude of thanksgiving. Rejoice always and give thanks in all circumstances. When you are stepping out of
Oh,
your
gee.
house,
I was
you
just
thank Papa.
No, well, I had a
I say, Papa, come with me.
down
So
at
guess
headquarters.
what? When I take my shower and I put on my
What was it you needed,
lipstick,
Lieutenant?
then I look at
I
the
just wanted
mirror.
to
I say,
update you about
Papa,
our victim from this morning. He survived the surgery. He
say,
is still
yeah.
intubated in the ICU.
You know, I'm
They
thanking
removed his
God
leg from the knee down.
for His creation, right?
Sorry to hear that.
I'm
It's not
thanking
great
Him.
news,
Like
but
you said, we should
it could
listen
have
to
been a lot
music.
worse.
Yes,
I just wanted
music
to make
makes me
sure
happy.
that you were
From
okay,
Makosa,
that you keep Fridge
Cameroon
around
music,
until
it
somebody from
makes
the
me
family
happy.
reaches out.
And
And
sometimes,
Carver offered to take him home
Michael
once we go
Jackson.
off duty.
All right.
Sorry.
And
Hey,
ETA on
now
his
there was
monthly
one
training
thing that you
reports
said
they have
I
to
wanted
keep
to
together.
find out
I'm
from
working
you.
on them right now. Should have them to you by
Is
the end
it
of the
really true? Even though I don't do it,
Will.
you say
I will have them to you by the end of shift.
having
Chief.
sex is good. It's an exercise, right? It's exercise. No, no, no.
It's
You
a
were
lot
right.
of stuff goes
I'm sure
on
you
there,
were.
you know, the blood rushing through the
They
veins.
stopped
There's a lot of
manufacturing
things
these
going
in
on. Well, I
2018.
mean, we
Well,
look at it as
they're
just
still
having
strong enough
sex,
that I
but
can hear you chewing on them
it's
5
deeper
rooms
than
away,
that.
even with my bad ear. So
Oh,
how bad
You
can
know.
it be? No
Can
back.
I add
He didn't know
something
what
to
they
it?
were. Neither
Yes,
did
do.
Ritter or
Please
Violet when I
do.
asked that
Um,
usual. You said it yourself, the old
I
man
was at a
myths.
webinar
So what?
where
We're old men.
this
Well,
came up,
I'm putting up a pretty
and
good
the
fight
person
against
that was
Father Time, in case
talking,
you hadn't noticed.
Dr.
And by the way,
Lethal, an
so are you.
Australian physician who's been researching this for his entire 37 years of life, explained that when you do it, not only do you release a lot of endorphins and all of blah 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 blah, whatever the medical terms
Gentlemen,
were,
today's drill,
but
arteria
you
searches,
lose
zone 8 by the
a
security entry
minimum
point,
of
search
60
the
to
roof into the main door.
100
Copy that.
calories.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
important.
So it helps you
Blackout means
also
blacked out.
retain
No pickles.
your whatever weight
Perfectionist.
you had. You retain that weight. You do not gain. And the regular with the right partner, you can continue to retain the right weight and the right BMI for your body type. So I'm
Wow.
just sharing this because I was on a webinar for couples that this came up. So I thought
Wow.
I'd just add to that. Back to you, Dr. Benny.
wow. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So I'm saying it. No, you guys may not understand.
Okay.
I did not know it.
It's a joke.
But
Okay.
No
Yeah.
idea, Chris. I'm telling you, it's
I don't
not.
play games. I just tell you the truth. I didn't know it. But thank you so much. And then you said you make us to understand
Doesn't
that
make any sense.
showing kindness is really good.
All right.
And you make us to also
Let's do
understand
it.
that what goes around comes around, right? So if I show kindness to Brother Carlton, one day maybe his sister or any of his relatives that I don't even know them, something happens to me on the street, they are the one taking care of me and I don't know because of the kindness that I showed. Okay.
Yeah, they said she's
Amen.
I appreciate you. Those are the most important thing. Oh, the worst one is not that we should not use our
There's
cell
something
phones.
blocking the door.
Queen JW, to tell the truth, when I am walking on the street, a lot of women, they are on the phone, they are not really paying attention. And this causes accident. Oh, God help me. Thank you so much. I mean, a lot of people don't know what you do, especially when it comes to this mindset. All right? You are teaching us. But people from different webinars, they don't understand what you are doing. Or they don't think that health and everything that you are teaching us is important. It is important because you are preparing us for what? When we start receiving this apples, when the time is going to come that we will receive the apples. I want each and every one to be patient. And the patient dog eats the fattest bone. Thank you so much, Queen JW.
Thank you, Queen Dr. Benny, First Lady of One Passive. We appreciate you all the time.
She said 88.
And I want to let everybody, hey, I'm just shocked that you guys are not even raising your hands to say something.
Okay.
Come on now, this is season's greetings. So are you guys telling me that with all these points that Queen JW has mentioned, you guys cannot say something?
Let's get him on the stretcher.
Thanking God? Or raise your hands? Are you kidding me?
Hello.
Papa. Okay, now you're talking.
I raised my hand, but I didn't know when the hand went down again.
Oh,
Yeah, it probably
okay,
it went down by itself.
You say it right?
Let me ask Queen Dr. Doris to proceed, and then I'll come back to you.
Let's go.
Please.
Yes, ma'am.
Queen Dr. Doris, proceed.
Yeah. Good evening, and thank you, Dr. JW.
You're welcome.
Learn to win it.
Yes, indeed.
These are all things we teach in naturopathic practicing, and you did well. Well, actually, the music aspect is that it also burns calories when you are dancing.
Yep.
Music, yes, very good and relaxing mentally, physically. Oh, you feel good. Actually, I love country. Ooh, wow. And I can be doing everything with it. Oh my God, good, so good. Then if I want to burn more calories, then I go to the gym. Yeah. Look at you.
Well, the new Chaplain
Doing
Fever, I hear he's really good, and if you ever feel
the
like
steps.
meeting someone,
So it's good. It's dance. It's good.
Yep.
You are home. You open.
really.
You get your music and dance. Let your heart rejoice, and it gives
Amen.
healing to your system. It's good. It's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
We
We
are blessed.
appreciate you.
You all. Mhm.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Doris. We appreciate your input. Thank you for your acknowledgement. You are acknowledging JW. We love you, Queen Doris.
And now I
Queen
need
Dr. Doris.
some busy work. That doesn't include cleaning the bathrooms.
Queen Violet, proceed, please.
I'm looking for busy work. Not the worst idea I've ever heard.
Yes, I was going.
I got it.
My other thing was about the sex.
Okay. You guys can hold
The operative word there
These are
is
my
your
notes. These are the
significant
forms.
other.
They've been piling
If
up.
you are
You guys
having
have to sit
sex
on my case.
with
If 50%
multiple
right, you get
people,
away with a few more weeks.
it's going to affect you
I mean,
later.
I don't like the look at all.
They
You were
leave,
the one that said
they
busy for.
leave,
This is better than the bathroom sermon. I am just trying to help you. What I want.
Pastor did a sermon on this once.
Hi, I'm
They
Monica
leave
Pascal, Tom's wife.
something in your
Oh,
body
oh
when
wow.
every time you have sex. You had a great time, but something is
I'm
left
Lieutenant Kid. It's nice to
in
meet
your
you.
body.
I'm
And
McCollum.
when
Good to
you
meet you.
Pleasure.
finally get a
Hey, Mrs.
significant
Pascal,
other,
why don't I walk you over to the chief's office?
you're
That'd be
not
great. Ah, thank you.
you're not all there. Anyway,
Yeah, right. Chief's wife.
yeah,
What is that?
that
Is Chief's wife.
Very pretty lady.
She
I've
really
been
is.
married twice, and it's
I appreciate this
I don't
option.
know.
No, you.
I'll stop there because I have nothing good to say about or sex. Sorry, I was molested when I was
Nice
a
to meet
kid, so
you. You too.
sex wasn't a big thing in marriage.
For you.
Like to
But
surprise you with these visits.
Happy surprise, I hope.
and I had,
It's strange
because
that I
they
barely know
took
anything about your
took me
firehouse,
for
isn't it?
everything I had at the
I had
time.
no idea you had a dog here.
Yeah.
My attitude
And that
is
fireman who walked
men
me
are
in, Herman,
basically
he seems lovely.
stupid. I was trying
Well,
to
the
raise
dog's
one that
temporary.
wasn't.
Firefighters could be too. You never
Wow.
know.
And so I
I
have
wanted to stop by and tell you that I
prayed about
signed up for
that, and
firearm
God
training
has
at the gun range in
forgiven me
Park
for that
Ridge.
Oh,
attitude.
You were right when you said I don't shoot, and I
It's
want to learn.
he's come a long way.
You don't need to
I
do
mean,
that.
I've come a long way with him
What happened? That's
because
not gonna
amen.
happen again.
For
I'm
that fun.
realizing that he
If you want
is
to keep on
definitely
punishing me,
part
fine. But this
of
gun
me.
training,
I'm not here to ask permission, Don.
And so being negative doesn't do anything.
I just wanted you
And
to
if
know.
you don't speak to him and talk to him,
See you later tonight.
then he doesn't come to you.
Acknowledge you.
You have to go to him first for him to start
Hey, Lieutenant, I was
working
gonna
in your
take
life.
fridge out real quick.
And
Stop
you
by the store
Wow.
on the street. Get him
and
some
you
food.
can
It's
hear
not this
God.
week. Right.
You
Maybe
think
not
saying
Enough.
Fritz because of his
but you
appetite?
can feel him inside.
Guess it has more to do with
Anyway,
the
good
Bears'
Oh my
night.
defensive tackle,
God.
William the Refrigerator Perry, scored a touchdown in Super Bowl 20.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Queen
Our Fritz
Violet.
reference.
Thank you for sharing.
I already
I
shared
mean,
the
it
background
just shows
with
that how
all
comfortable
of
you
you.
are with us
If I don't
as a
have one of my
family,
own
to tell you the
anywhere,
truth.
I get it.
And it's showing
You'll know when
us
it's right.
that how you think of each and every one of us to share your story with us. So thank you for sharing, and may God
So,
continue to bless you in all that you do.
Thank you. Queen Debbie, I do have two. I want us to read some stuff on the chat, and then before you can introduce our main
yeah,
presenter for
come
tonight.
inside the house, bro. Everybody's
Okay.
gonna want to
Oh
say hello.
goodness. Okay,
Maybe
great.
another time. But I gotta
Queen
talk to you
Seda
about
King,
something.
as you all
What's going
know,
on?
she said
The county girl
awesome
agent reached out to me
presentation,
about
Queen
Junior.
JW,
It's
that
Flaco's
she
cousin.
missed out
The guy who
on
put
the
away like
first
12 years
part,
ago.
but we'll go
The only
back
person
to listen.
besides you who was in that
Thank you
building
so
when
much
he
for
died.
all that you do every week. We love you.
What about him?
Then our king,
He's in prison for
hooray,
attempted murder, right? It's like a 20-year
Malcolm.
sentence. That's the
Thank you,
thing.
Queen JW. Important
He got early
everyday
release.
habit or
He got out
practice
last week.
to be aware and is grateful, accepted. Thank you so much. Not just sex, but intimate love making
Parole agent
that
thinks
both
that Junior
are
might be a threat to you.
physical
The funny
and
is that it's a policy
mentally
to
involved
notify
in.
anyone involved in the criminal
That
case.
is good. Now,
Did he have
this
any updates on the
it
gang
leads
members Junior used to hang
spiritual
with? No.
deep
And there wasn't any
connection
chatter, at least far as I
because
know.
it is
But there's no way
covenant
Junior's not coming for me.
with our
I sit
heavenly
down with
Papa,
St.
God.
King's, his home
God
base.
bless you.
Now, I've
Thank
been
you.
sitting with some guys I know
Thank you,
outside the
King
city.
Malcolm.
But what if he
Thank
does track
you.
me down? Okay,
Amazing. Right on point.
All
Junior's been in
right.
Thank
jail
you,
for 12
Queen
years.
JW.
I
Thank
think
you,
he just wants
Dr.
to keep his head
Benny.
down.
And
You
Queen
can keep an eye on
Violet.
him,
Thank
but don't
you.
run scared.
Just know that everyone's
I
life
shouldn't be here long.
is
I gotta
unique.
go. Yeah,
And the
okay.
fact that
But let me know if
you
anything
open
else
up
happens. Hey, seriously.
does not mean
Anything.
that others don't have similar issues.
Thanks, Joe.
They have similar or worse issues, but you are brave to share with us today that particular aspect of your life. We'll continue to hold it in our heart. We'll continue to cherish you for it and press you, because it is very difficult to share your personal life with an international forum, because this is where we are, an international forum of people that were brought together by one unique person called Mr. Ashmofari, right? And Queen JW's topic today challenged us to open up on things that people usually keep to themselves or their loved ones, or I should restrict this to their bedrooms. If at all, that is where it starts and that's where it ends, according to what is normal. So, Queen Violet, thank you. Don't say you should stop and be quiet. Your son is doing nothing wrong. Anyone on this forum who has a child will say that when the baby came out, they look like one of them, either the dad or the mom. Left, am I right or wrong? That is up to us listening. So if the child has some of your traits, it's something biological and we cannot get rid of it. So thanks once more for everyone who has contributed to the mindset for the day. We have exhausted it enough, and we're going to move to the next segment of the webinar. That will be a presentation from one of our Queen sisters, Dr. Fortune Arthur, who is a naturopathic physician, doctor from Ghana, currently living in Atlanta. She's been with us for quite some time now and has been doing a lot of presentation. And today, she's not a newbie to us.
Like this.
She is going to share with us a very unique topic.
Rely on each other for everything,
and how we can control diseases. They need to change.
It's hard to let people know
diseases. Queen JW talks about healthy eating.
Feels like once you get
Doris
inside
talks
the fold
about
here,
how to control diseases.
we never
So
get
are we not like we're running a health system here to
51 is
help
like
us stay
quicksand that way.
healthy for what our CEO's dream was to keep
We're
us healthy,
frontliners.
and we are trying
You and me.
our best to make sure
We
we
look
stay
toward the danger,
healthy,
not away from it.
to see that dream
Right.
come to fruition.
I
So
don't really
please,
know.
Sister Queen
Thinking about
Dr.
me.
Doris, the microphone is yours, and we're all ears listening to hear what you have to dish out to us today. Over to you. Oh, here you are. Ooh, wow.
Braver than me.
You are gorgeous, sweetie. Oh. Atlanta is doing you good in the winter. In the summer, I would have said okay, but in winter, when I'm getting my bipolar, menopause, whatever, wearing my jacket and switching back and forth from heat to cold. Dr. Doris, over to you.
Down even more.
Thank you, Queen Davy.
You're welcome.
You can't make some
And all the king and queens on the call.
Nothing else, Kelly
I
has
bring
definitely taught me
you
that.
women's
How's he doing in
greetings from
Michigan?
Atlanta, Georgia.
But he's decided to come back a little
And,
early, which of course I'm happy about.
That I want to say
He
first of
misses you.
all
That's
is to
sweet.
thank our Almighty
River was
God,
right. You were going soft,
Father
girl.
of all
Hey,
creations,
buddy.
for allowing us to see today, sustaining our life.
Dr. Doris, your camera is not on.
I'm
My
Gail,
phone,
Phil Webster's daughter.
It went off.
How's your dad doing?
I went
Let's
off,
talk about
right?
what happened to drive right to the
Now, if you
hospital to
look
see
at
him.
where the audio
Yes,
is,
he's got to
see
have a
whether you
bunch of
have
surgeries on the leg, but the
a
doctor's
slash
saying
on
he's
it or
improving.
not. If you have a slash, it means
It's really off. Let me
It's a good
go
dog,
back to
sir.
the
I said
Zoom.
I'd take Fridge right home, but
It's
I might try
really
and
off.
sneak him into the
Sorry.
hospital
It's the
first.
phone. Oh my God.
No better medicine than a dog,
All
right?
right. Sorry
Yeah,
for that.
socialist
I'll
self.
come back soon.
Thank you
So
guys
thanking
for
God
taking
for
care of both of them.
sustaining our lives
Quick question.
and
The name
bringing
Fritz.
us back on this program called Deep Dive.
Super Bowl 20.
And
Barbara figured that.
we thank
Just makes sense.
our
Give you that
CEO and
advice.
our friend, Mr. Ash, for such a wonderful program on passive to uplift the humanity, and we are part of it to uplift ourselves and
So we're gonna take that
others,
guy home.
and
Now, is Tori a
be
dog person?
happy. So we thank all
Tori
of
moved back
them,
to
my
Texas.
Ghana team, my US team, my Belgium team, my Italy people, UK, please, I greet you all. I salute my leaders in Ghana, Bawa, Gilbert, and Mr.
Really
Adams, who
appreciate this.
introduced me
I didn't
to
want to make a
this
whole big deal out of
wonderful
this, especially
program.
since it's just a small personal thing.
Thank you all. I salute you, kings and
I
queens
filmed
on
it
the
at Yard
call.
City, and
There's
yeah, I didn't even know that it
Terry,
opened up like that.
Dr.
When you told me that at
Laughing,
home.
Queen,
So
First
just
Queen,
curious if
Queen
what you thought about
Debbie,
the ashes on there.
all of you,
Did you
all
appreciate it?
protocols.
Yeah, I've seen these things
Yes,
before. They're called
I
pendant
can mention
urns.
all the names. Yes. So we are here
These
tonight to continue with our health
are
issues.
cremated remains.
As usual, we said health is wealth, and we can't do away without good health.
How about you?
People are going to be traveling because of
You
the end
recognize
of
this
the
person?
year.
You?
Some will be partying. Some will
Has
go for
anyone seen
fun.
somebody
Some
put
will
this in my
meet their
locker?
friends and families
Or
to
even hold it?
dine together.
No.
A whole lot
Someone
of
this firehouse
programs.
knows
Some
who it
will
is.
be getting married, and so many programs are lined up.
Is it
So
extraordinarily hot in here?
say some things that can help
I
us
bet
not
none
to
of these people know
contract
what a search
diseases
is. Yeah.
whilst we are
Well, these are
away
gone.
or in our homes or
So goes a
outside,
great
anywhere.
generation of lozenges.
So the topic for tonight is places and how we contract diseases. So the need for change, what to do, that is it. So therefore, some places, there are various places actually, and routes, environments that we can contract diseases from. So many sources, so many places. My question to us all is, how many times did you remove your inner purse or bag, the lining, and wash it, dried it, iron it before packing things in it again? Our purses and bags can contract a whole lot of infections from outside, bacteria from outside into our room. How many times have you dried them? If there's a sun outside, remove everything in them, wash it, dried it nicely, or iron it before loading it with items again. And ladies, we use purses and bags a lot. It can contract so many diseases. Go into the washroom, you put it behind the door, you finish, you did wash your hand before removing it, right? So something can get in. Before you go to wash your hand, anything can fall into it. Our bags, our purses, our money purse. This money, whether coin, especially the paper money, paper, this our dollars and euros and co, in fact, can contract a lot of diseases from them. This money goes to so many hands. So many hands. Those who are diseased, people with influenza, coughing, and so on. You touch it. Contagious diseases. Some with leprosy. Some with so many diseases. This hand can solve so many diseases. And this money passes through so many hands. Some people will start counting money and put their hand in their mouth to touch the saliva before counting. What do you mean? What a shame. Very bad habit. Even some people will be opening book and touch their saliva to open the book. Why? It's not a very good habit. Don't practice it. If you do that, you must stop. You don't know what is in your mouth and that of the person who used it before, and you also touch it now. These are some of the things, petty things, big. And most people don't know they get their diseases through it. Our pets, the money we spend. You go to the grocery or shopping. If you didn't use the card, you pay with cash, you remove money. You have a balance, a change, you call it a change, yeah. Put it in the purse. It comes from hands. You can contract disease through it. Send it to your house. So many people use one toothbrush for more than 2 months, true or false? Toothbrush, the brush you use to clean your teeth. Some will forget to change it. It contracts a lot of disease. How many times do you change your towels within a week? During the week, how many towels do you use? Do you have different towels for your children, your grandchildren? Some people in our area, when I started this topic, somebody said, he's a Muslim, the woman. He said, oh, I have one big towel for me and my children. We all use it. At least once in a month or twice in a month, we wash it. So, wow. It can contract a lot of disease because bacteria and some viruses lie in cold and warm surfaces. Washing of hands should be a habit, not because of COVID. Not because of COVID. It should be a habit for us to practice daily. Anytime you touch something, go and wash your hand with soap and water, running water. And sanitize your hand before putting in your bag. After touching doors, after maybe you sit in an Uber, so many people have their cars, so they don't think about that. Those who use public transport, the car, the Uber, somebody opened the door, went in and came out. You also go to hold the same handle, open it, get in, close it, and come out and close it. So if there's any disease in that person's hand and you didn't sanitize your hand, you contract it. So we should take note of these things, and other things are environmental sources. Yes, like airborne transmissions, inhaling pathogens like influenzas, tuberculosis, COVID-19 through respiratory droplets or cirrhosis. We contract diseases through airborne transmission. Waterborne, as for that, I said a whole lot about water maybe 5 weeks ago or 6. Consuming contaminated water or food leads to diseases like cholera, typhoid fevers, and gladiasis, which are intestinal problems. Vector-borne transmissions are being bitten by infected insects like mosquitoes in the African countries, mosquitoes, which gives malaria and dengue, ticks, flus, plagues, give diseases. So we have to be mindful. Some soil-borne diseases transmissions is coming in touch and contact with contaminated soil, leading to diseases like hookworm or ringworms. I spoke a lot about worms and some remedies in the past weeks. So as your children are out there playing, watch them not to be, touching the floor, the ground. That is where most diseases are contracted. Yes. Human to human transmission, direct contact, or touching or shaking hands with others. Not only during a COVID time, shaking hands is good. That is some of the cultures of different countries shake hands so that they know you are, you connect. Yes, you shake hands. It can be with an infected person, leading to diseases like influenza, HIV, herpes, and that mighty COVID-19. Yeah, shaking of hands. Indirect contacts too are there. That's touching contaminated surfaces, like what I said about opening of doors and so on, or car doors. Yeah, and we have a lot of things that we can contract diseases from them, like animals. Yeah, direct contact with animals that are infected. You can be infected. Some people's blood type, they don't like animal flesh. Yeah, but they like animal. They play with it and they always have flu. They always have infection. They always have trouble breathing and so on. But they say they like the animal, so the animal is giving them the disease, but they can't do away with it. So whose fault? Indirect contact. Coming into contact with contaminated animal waste, food, or water. It can also lead to diseases like E. coli or Campylobacteriosis. Yeah, E. coli. Foodborne transmission diseases can contaminated foods, consuming food that are contaminated with phytogenous like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. Undercooked or raw foods. Last time I spoke about it, that we have to wash them, raw foods and meat and fish, with salted water. In salted water, soak it for some time, wash it, clean it well, or use lemon juice or lime or vinegar to wash raw foods. Yeah. So undercooked or raw meat, poultry, seafood, or eggs, they can also lead to diseases. And it's called food poisoning. If a food that is supposed to be well cooked is halfway cooked, it's food poisoning. Yes. Other sources can be contaminated medical equipments. Using contaminated medical equipments leading to diseases like HIV, hepatitis, that is a liver-related disease. Syringes that the nurses or doctors use, if they are not well sterilized, good, that is it. Men who go to barbering shop to cut down their hair, if the items are not well sterilized, then you better use your own. When you go, you let them use your own for you if you can't do it at home. Ladies who use the salon, if you can get your own cuticle and your own filing items and give it to them to use if you can't do it at home. Some of the people too, they sterilize it well, some too, they don't. You see that after treating one person, they just use the equipment to start yours. No, challenge them. Tell them to use a new one. If not, you can contract disease. You don't know who is who. You don't know who is carrying some type of disease. We need to be careful. Yes. Then they can give blood fluid, body fluid, leading to same hepatitis B, hepatitis, and HIV. So to minimize the risk of contracting diseases, it is good hygiene. Good hygiene, very important. Good hygiene. That's the washing of your hands frequently, avoiding close contacts with people who are sick, getting vaccinated against preventable diseases. For your area here, it's always vaccination. But God gave us so many herbs that we can use to protect our system without the vaccine. The vaccines too are made of chemicals. Some are allergic, some have side effects, and so on and so forth. So it's not 100% safe. Cooking food thoroughly, handling food safely and warm. Very important. So we use protective equipment when handling animals or medical equipment. That is some of the things that can give us disease. Oh, feeling weak, you feel weak. When you eat, overeating is a sin, and it's also have so many bad effects on our health. Yeah. If you don't feel like eating or hungry, don't eat. It's not by force that you eat within every 8 hours or 3 times a day. No. Feel the hunger before you eat. Eat more at a time, not too big. Last time I said it, that you're imagining sharing your stomach into 3 parts. One for food, one for air, one for water. And our food should be about 80% of nutrients, vegetables, protein, vitamins, and so on. And only 20% should be the foods like carbohydrates. Yes. The pastas, the potatoes, the rice, the garris, the name your foods that you eat with vegetables. The vegetables should be like 80% with the meat or fish, and 20% should be the other one to make it balanced tight. Yeah. So if you eat more than necessary, overeating, it brings several uncomfortable and potentially serious health issues. Overeating. You are cooking, you'll be eating soon, within maybe 20 to 30 minutes. You said you are so hungry, so you ate something, you ate some cakes, you ate some biscuit, you ate something that is also heavy before the food is ready. And in addition, you ate the food again. It's overeating too. Yeah, it's overeating. You feel discomfort and bloating, feeling uncomfortable. Yes, and drowsy. Nausea and vomiting can occur because of overeating. The pressure on the stomach leading to nausea and vomiting. Abdominal pains, stomach cramps, diarrhea can occur because of overeating. Constipation can occur due to overeating. Indigestion is the most. Indigestion. And heartburn. You feel your throat is burning, your heart is burning. If you overeat, it can happen to you. Yes. And then overeating can lead to indigestion too. Yes, I said it. Heartburn and acid reflux. You accumulate a lot of acid in your system. They can cause ulcer, stomach ulcers. Fatigue. Overeating can make you feel sluggish, tired, sleepy, and so forth. Lazy, especially if you don't do any heavy or tedious work, and you overeat and you sit down or go to sleep. Last time I spoke about sedentary lifestyle is part of it. Eating, you don't exercise, you don't do any work, and you just go and sleep. No, you suffer it. And it also gives loss, weight gain. Regular overeating can lead to weight gain and obesity. Insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Yes. Consistently consuming large amounts of food can lead to insulin resistance and increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart diseases. Overeating can cause increased blood pressure, bad cholesterol level will be high, and the risk of different types of heart diseases. Digestive problems, chronic overeating can lead to digestive issues like irritable bowels, irritability of the bowel symptoms, gastroenteritis, reflux diseases. So all those can lead to stomach ulcer. I said it already. So nutrient imbalances. Overeating can lead to an imbalance of essential nutrients, including proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. So we need to watch our diet, especially as it's a festive month and end of year, so many activities, parties. When you go, don't think the food is there, so you eat it more than how you eat in the house. You will suffer for it, you will pay for it dearly. Eat slowly and mindfully. Savor your food. Pay attention to hunger and fullness cues and stop eating when satisfied. Don't overeat. You can't carry the food in your stomach for days and said, let me eat it more. If I didn't get it tomorrow, it will sustain me. No, it's a bad habit. You suffer for it. Use smaller plates. Just sizing your plate size can help control portion size. Choose filling foods. Incorporate protein-rich foods, healthy fats, and fibers-rich foods to help you feel full and satisfied, and then stay hydrated. Sometimes taste can masquerade as hunger. You'll be feeling thirsty, you think it's hunger. Go and eat. No, drink water first. 20 to 30 minutes before you start your food, start eating. So you have good digestion. Healthy eating habit should be your aim. Drink water throughout the day and stay hydrated. I said all this during the water program. So it's a reminder. Get enough sleep. Lack of sleep can increase levels of the hunger, hormone ghrelin. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night and exercise. Remember, it is essential to maintain a balanced diet and healthy eating habits to avoid the negative effects of overeating. So, I will end it here. For any question or contribution, remember, festive season comes with parties, and know where you are safe and where you can contract diseases, and be mindful. Thank you, Ayo.
Thank you very much, our Queen Darling sister. That was a handful. Wow, and a wow. We appreciate you. We thank you for reminding us of all these methods that we need to know, basic things that in the African continent, or I should say global south, they call it primary school. Those are things that should happen there. But we tend to forget. I don't know why people forget that. And the one thing that I know and have noticed is, in addition to what you have said, you sneeze into your palm, you turn around, your whole thing's ew, and you spread everything. Or if you're the driver, you're driving, and all, whatever came out is on your hand. But I was trained, if you sneeze, you go to your elbow, because it comes out, it stays on whatever you have here. Not even around here, or not even there, all the way down there. So even if you're driving, your hands are at least a foot away from your elbow to get where your fingers are. So I just wanted to add that if you want to sneeze and have to and must, don't do this. Do that.
Even during the COVID time, it was spread so much. Yeah.
Thank you, sis. Hello, deep dive. Stay alert, stay awake. This is our lives. This is our health. This is our family. Stay healthy. Now, did you hear what our sister said? This is the time, if you're making notes and have been making a mental note, whether on your notepad, iPad, or whatever you call it these days, or just mental, this is a time for question and discussions. And Dr. Bennett is so good with that. And it's the time for you to raise your hand and share based on what you heard from our sister's presentation. I already see Queen JW's hand is up, and I know that with her grandkids, she wants everybody around her to be healthy. So nothing wrong with that. It's the right thing to do. It's the season to be mellow and jelly and whatever and celebrate, but stay healthy while in so doing stay healthy. So over to you, Queen JW and Dr. Benny.
Mm-hmm.
Queen JW, please proceed.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie. And most of all, thank you so much, Queen Dr. Doris. Amazing, amazing. Like Queen Debbie said, wow, wow, wow. Because a lot of those things we take for granted, especially washing of the hands. You know, even during COVID, some people still wasn't doing it, you know? So hygiene plays a major role in all that we do because that's where, like Queen Dr. Doris said, that's how we contradict, that's how we catch diseases. That's how they are passed on. We get it, and we pass it on to our families and grandchildren and so forth. And I know I'm guilty sometimes of not washing my hands at times, you know. But when I do anything, most of the time I wash my hands. You know, like she said, the dog, or even when you go into the restroom and you enter and you're leaving, you're carrying germs from the restroom, from the pipe, the sink. Then you wash your hands and you go and hold the door. No, you didn't. Your hands are not clean. You have to get a tissue and hold the knob. Sometimes I even take my clothes and hold them up just to get out, you know? So we got to be so careful because these germs, let me tell you, they're just going to wreak havoc on our systems. So washing our hands and when we handling food, you know, on YouTube, you see a lot of people saying they're cooking things and they're not washing it. You know, I reached out to a lady and said, well, wash it first at least. Or if you go to restaurants and they put your steak. I remember in New York, I can't remember the place I went, but I went to have a steak because everybody talks so much about this place. I think it was Todd's Steakhouse or whatever. So I went there and the guy took it right out of the box and threw it right on the grill. I said, sir, you're not going to wash that? He said, no. I said, I never will eat here again. And I never did. Mm-hmm. You know, so we got to be so careful, not only in our own homes, but like Queen Dr. Doris is saying, we got to be careful at all times because our health will be on the line. Like the favorite word she said, we will suffer the consequences, you know, each and every one of us, because I know I'm guilty of a lot of things she spoke about. But washing my meat, I don't have a problem there. I use the salt water. My sister usually said, Jackie, the meat dead already, but you're killing it more. Yes, indeed. Because you got to be so careful. It's dangerous. It's so dangerous. And I'm so glad that Queen Dr. Doris is here, you know, to emphasize on these things that we take for granted. So we appreciate you. We thank you. Keep on coming. I mean, what we getting from you will cost us a fortune if we have to go to a holistic doctor. I'm telling you, because my daughter do, and they want their money right there and there. Is no pay later, you know. So let's don't take this invaluable information for granted because we're so grateful again and thankful to have her to be part of this platform and giving us free information that we will have to pay for or never even get. So thanks so much. We appreciate you. Back to you, Queen Debbie.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen JW. By the way, I want to really thank Queen Dr. Doris. I really appreciate you. I would say magnificent presentation. There are a lot of things that you're saying or presenting that people, we really need to really pay attention, especially washing our hands. Even when I was somehow in the nursing classes, our instructor says hand washing is very important. When you go to the restroom, go from one place to another. There are a lot of people who don't wash their hands. Seriously, they don't. But I appreciate you for that. Now, I touching this money, you're making us to really understand. I don't know if people were listening. When you touch money, $1. So you don't know how many people have touched that money.
It goes round.
It goes around and around and around, and we don't wash our hands. God, thank you so much for this presentation. One thing that you said, which I really want to find out, is about you say acid. You make us to understand, please, that we do have a lot of acid in our body.
Yes.
The whole body. I'm just wondering. So how do we take the acid out? By drinking water, huh?
Yes. Drinking water more is good, but you need a cleansing. We call it detoxification. You detox. How many times do you bath? A day or a week? How many times do you eat or drink water? They are all going to your system. Your body, the skin is the largest organ. The cream you use, the air pollution, they are all entering through our pores, getting into us. Our nose, we breathe the polluted air of us. It passes through our ears, our eyes, skin, through our ears. Yes.
All right? Probably kill me anyway.
Palm,
You're okay.
and so on.
You know what?
So always you need to detoxify your system with basic things like the lemon in warm water,
Anyone that
by
doesn't know
first
their room
drinking your
assignment,
own
come see
water.
me.
You can take a day out of the week or once in a 2 weeks time. You use herbs that can cleanse your system, like laxative, not purgative. Not purgative. There's a difference
Send a lot of work to
between
everybody. So
purgative
Smile's
and
gave me a great
laxative.
discount. You guys didn't have to help.
Laxative
I can put the fence
goes
together
to
solo.
cleanse
That's just
your
what Phil said to himself.
inside,
Did you guys hear that
to
sarcasm?
remove
This is Violet's fault.
toxins,
I'm becoming the son. I'm happy to help. Don't even think
out of your
twice.
system.
Kelly doesn't come
But
back into town
purgative
until
will
tomorrow,
let you
so
run.
I'm just making.
Watery stool, which is more
I'm happy to help. Don't
dehydrate.
even think
Yeah,
twice. Kelly
dehydrate your
doesn't come
body.
back into
But
town
the
until tomorrow, so
laxative
I'm just making good use of my time. And I'm avoiding delaying, obviously. I appreciate it. Where's the
remove
least I can do after
unwanted
I get
fat,
fish killed?
bad
Feels like to give you that
cholesterol,
dog
burn
harvest.
it,
That's what you're hoping for.
burn
I know.
some items that
I
are
did offer
not
dogs
to
it.
be in your system that
Get
will
your
cause
own
you
dog, man.
disease. That is why naturopathy,
Critter.
the first
Hate to
thing
tell
we
you
do
this. Your
before the
current
real
attitude
treatment
is
is
not Violet's
number
fault.
one,
When they come in, Herman? No,
detoxification,
you just
because
gotta go talk
you
to
will not
Dwayne.
have dirty
Just
things
sort some things
and
out.
put neat things on it and expect to get good
You're right.
results.
We
That
got
is
this.
why some people take medicine, it doesn't work for them
Listen, it'll be fine. You
because
guys
the
are
dirt
good.
is there
You're just asking for a little
and
bit
you
more
are
time.
using medicine to
Yeah.
be healthy. It doesn't
Thanks.
work so much like that. Yes. So
See you guys next shift.
detoxification is
Here, Ritter.
number one.
Yeah.
Do once in 2 weeks or twice in a month, or once every weekend that you not go to work. You detoxify yourself, your system, bring the dirty things out through urine or feces.
So
You
I
will
had to
feel
make a
good yourself to
and
continue
eat
eating
rice
and
meats by
drinking.
myself.
Detoxification is very important. Very important. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And you said that it makes us sleepy with the acid, right? Is it too much acid, or am I right?
Overeating gives you acid, and it can cause you to oversleep, feel tired, feel lazy. Yeah.
I'm not even sure this is what I
That is why we have to exercise, right?
That is it.
All I really want down.
I notice some of our people, that's why they have big belly. They just eat and they don't do anything.
Big belly, very dangerous.
Okay.
Well, see, I don't want to call this like this ethnic group. There is an ethnic group that the man or the man likes the woman to have big belly. Even though when they got married, the woman was skinny. Then later on, you know them, they're around here. They have big belly, and I noticed that they're okay. I mean, they're happy with big belly, but I don't think it's right.
Big belly even weakens the men. They can't even have good sex.
I was just,
It weakens them.
I used to live here. That's all. When I was a little girl.
Wanna hear more?
No, no.
No, we don't want to hear
I
more.
used
We
to know
don't want to hear more. I remember for how many decades I've been married, and my family keeps telling me that my husband is not taking good care of me because I'm tiny. So we don't want to hear more, please.
Have a good night.
Well, I know that you have to go, but it is good for you to really tell so that the world would know. Let them know that it's not good to have big belly.
Their heart can fail at any time. They can have heart disease with the big belly. Yes.
Okay.
They have
Thank
to.
you.
Moreover, don't fall sick before you
So
go to
hungry.
hospital. Go for your thorough checkup. Go to check. If you don't have your own BP apparatus,
Oh, I don't want
diabetic
to interrupt anything. Are you going out? Not anymore. Come on.
machine at home to test yourself or uric
You
acid
sure date was
or
going to be awesome.
cholesterol level once in a month or two, twice in a year or three
But
times in a
maybe
year.
not as
Go and
awesome
do your thorough
as hanging out
checkup
with me and watching every
to
bad
know your
TV show about
secret. It's the
matchmaking.
best. So do you know what to do? Don't
That
wait
sounds
till
like a
you are
perfect.
sick, you are down. No,
Okay.
check it and be abreast of your system and know what is good for you. It helps a lot. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Doris. And you also make us to understand that, anyway, you talk about our Heavenly Father for bringing each and everyone because He is very important. Queen JW said the same thing. So I'm so excited. First of all, I will say it again, season's greeting. As you all know, without God, we are nothing.
Hey,
And thank you,
it's
Queen
Joe Cruz.
Dr. Doris. We appreciate you. We love you.
You
Astonishing
remember me, right,
presentation.
Joe?
And we'll see you next week again. I'm going to hand it over to Queen Debbie.
It's been a while.
Thank you, Dr.
Maybe refresh your
B. Thank you,
memory.
Dr. D. We have double D's
Uncle saw
and we
your
have
cousins
double
around my
P's,
cousin.
double B's. Thank you all
Next
so
to that.
much. And this is a season of celebration. From November, it's celebration in America, in North America, and for those who celebrate. If you don't celebrate, there's nothing wrong with it. But let's celebrate on passive because we would not still be here if our CEO was not strong enough to keep us going. So, with that, I will say it's time for us to wrap up. And so, people who have to go to other things to celebrate, they should move on with their evenings. So, sorry if we kept you longer than you had anticipated. So, I'll call on Queen JW to give us a minute or so of her final word, and then we'll move to Queen Dr. Doris for her final word before we move to the next segment, which is still coming up. Over to you, Queen JW.
Thank you so much, Queen Debbie. Appreciate you. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all to the brand ambassadors. Appreciate your support. Thanks to Dr. Derek for allowing us to speak on this platform. And I just want to say that health is wealth, just like Dr. Doris said. And if we don't take heed, then we will suffer the consequences. As I share all the ways that we can de-stress ourselves, let's not take them for heed. It's information that you can store in your memory bank and that you can use at any time and any day and every day. So let's not take this information for granted. Let's apply it to our best ability. Yes, you can't do everything at one time. Yes, you don't want to do it where you're overwhelmed. No, you take baby steps, but the ones that's more important that are brought to your attention, that you know
When your
that
clothes come out
that
looking
might
newer
be
longer,
me
you
or
get to
that
take the
might
first
be
step. Yes?
take heed to it
And
and
again,
start finding
and
do the
again.
things that you need
For
to
some
do
sleeves
to
and helps keep clothes
eliminate them
looking newer
from
longer.
your life.
Get that new
Because
clothes fitting.
let
Watch
me
the
tell
first
you,
step.
longevity, being around, even no matter how
That
wicked the world may be,
sounds dope.
there's also good on this planet Earth,
Yeah.
for us to enjoy not only the apple, but our families, our friends. And if we want to help Mr. Ash Mahara, our CEO and friends, to uplift humanity, we got to be healthy. Even in God's kingdom, he wants strong soldiers. He don't want sick people. Sick people cannot help him. Okay, so let's take heed, let's stay focused, and let's help each other along this journey of life and unpass it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Queen JW. Appreciate that. And you see, our King Carton is just smiling and nodding as everybody is talking. Thank you, King Carton, for keeping us company all night. All right, Dr. Doris, Queen Sister Dr. Doris, your final
Thank
word,
you.
please. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, God is very interested in our health. He said in 3 John 1:2 that in all things, He wants us to be healthy, be in good health, as our souls are also fed. And we cannot eat our cakes and still have it. We should practice personal hygiene. We should know when to eat. Don't say because people are eating this, you also eat it. Listen to your body, because our bodies have a language. Next time we'll get into that deep. Our bodies speak. We need to cleanse our system as we clean our body, our skins. To be nice, let our system to be nice, and we'll feel happy. No one can happy you except yourself. If you depend on something or somebody to make you happy, you will be sad till you die.
being transported to
Get involved
gunshot wound.
in activities.
Assertiveness and confidence. Two critical
Happy,
qualities for a doctor.
because the Bible said the man who works needs to enjoy his labor.
Never had to have
I'm
surgery.
happy.
Pushed it.
Know
He
how
was
to eat,
here. If not for
what
you.
things to eat, when to
You
eat
made a
it.
bad call and goddamn well know it.
Health
The
is
answer
wealth.
is
Thank you so much. Have a pleasant night.
you miss the target every
Thank you,
time until I
sis.
step
A
in
blessed
front of it.
night to you too. I understand this
So we body
morning you
shaming
had a
now?
question
Keep your head
about
down.
not being able
What's our next
to
move?
access your
Start maybe
profile
give
on the
antibiotics, wash it
OES,
out, and
and
then
this
stitch
is
it up.
all I can
Missing
say for
something?
now. There's no
Well,
need
for
talking about
evidence.
it for now
Yes.
because
Thankfully,
until
our
we
patient
hear
has some
from our
excellent soft tissue,
CEO, we
so the abs
cannot
didn't hit
proceed
anything
with
vital.
anything.
See? I'm
Once
not the only one saying you need
there's
to
a
lose weight.
message
Go
on the
ahead and get started.
OES from
I have
our
a case for you.
CTO, that's when we should start acting on it. But
Nice.
until then, just be patient. Let us all continue to do
Dr.
what we are
Frost,
doing right
I need
now
some of the time that we
until we
took with
get
the
a
kids.
message from
It
our
was really
corporate
sweet.
Oh,
uh,
yikes.
director saying our corporate director is who? Mr. Ashman Farrell. If he sends out a message, believe me, we're going to know it in less than 10 seconds. It's going to go viral. So until you hear that, just be patient. If you cannot get anything, don't worry asking about it from anywhere, because it's going to happen like a viral thing.
If you get pinned, you got to put it on someone else without getting caught. Whoever
Dr.
has
Bennett, okay.
the shift
She's not here.
hasn't paid for
So
the
I'm
first
just trying to share that. But in the interim, I want to thank you for your time and everything. In the interim, I will say
never shows up in
this
Linux. Well,
is our webinar
then
for
we're
the
losing
night.
hands.
This
Game on.
segment of it, and we're moving to the next. Dr. Derek, are you in the house?
Yes.
Can you say hello to us
Incoming
as
man
we're
and a woman, tell them to climb the
transitioning
stairs. Let's go.
to after party
54, walking down the
of
stairs.
today's webinar? If not, we understand because you're on the road. So if you are hearing and listening, which I know you do,
Peace, blessing of love.
hello. Awesome. Thank you.
Amen, amen. Wonderful. Awesome. Awesome webinar.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. Keep your eyes on the road.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Doris. And of course, thank you very much, Queen Debbie, and all the kings and queens in the house. Thank you very much. Really appreciate. Awesome, awesome webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. We'll see you again very soon.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All in the house. I will say, as we before we move to the next segment, I want to thank our YouTube viewers and our live viewers, and to let you know that we are so honored and blessed to have you with us today. And we look forward to seeing you this same time. Every Tuesday and Thursday, Deep Dive meets here at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. But until then, we have other forums that we sister work together with. On Mondays, we have Queen Miriam with the Mindset Monday. And that's on Mondays. Tuesday and Thursdays, we're here. On Wednesdays, we have Julie Pierre Empowering Humanity on Wednesdays. And Thursday mornings, we have Malaysia, Singapore. And in the evenings, like today, we meet up here. On Sundays, we have the Dream Team. So we thank you for joining us.
Jacqueline is busy, okay?
And look forward again to seeing you again very soon.
40, GT 85 over
So
55.
bye to our YouTube viewers.
Feels hot. He just finished treatment for prostate cancer, if that matters. Oh, and he's on
Dr. Derek,
nitroglycerin.
Dr. Derek, you
No,
can
coworker.
close the YouTube channel, please. Help us close the YouTube channel, please.
80 over 50. O2 is still 95.
As long as you're clear. Okay, give a liter of saline and prepare leaders.
All right. Well, Dr. Derek is helping us with closing the YouTube channel. So we start the next
recording
segment.
stopped.
Queen Sister Dr. Nadu, as she's going to work with After Party, and she's here with her team. Queen Sister Dr. Nadu, over to you and your team for the After Party of Deep Dive this beautiful Thursday of December 5th, 2024. We love you all and look forward to seeing you again.